Hello, dear students. My name is Aralam. I'm an English teacher, and today we are going to talk about passive voice, and also we will discuss about gadgets in our life. And the aim of the lesson to study new words connected with scientific and technological progress, and to practice for talking about gadgets in our life. To develop students' speaking, reading, listening, and writing skills, to develop creativity, imagination, cognitive interest, and the ability to analyze and express their opinions, to bring up the interest to the new technology. Today's our new grammar theme is passive voice.
This lesson is about the passive voice. In this lesson, I'm going to show you when to use a passive and how to form a passive. So we're going to do it the other way round. I'm going to show you how to form a passive for every tense in the English language. Take a look at the following sentences. I have closed the door and the door has been closed by me. The first sentence is an active sentence. The second sentence is a passive sentence. Now, usually we turn active sentences into passive sentences. So what we do is the object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence, and the subject of the active sentence becomes the object of the passive sentence. So I has become me and the door has become the subject of the passive sentence. Now, when do we use a passive? I'm going to tell you some technicalities. Be not alarmed, the passive is not hard, but there are some things that you need to know. We use a passive when the subject of the verb, so in the example before, is more important than the person or thing carrying it out, the object. So in the example before, the door was more important than me closing it. The object of the passive form is usually left out because it's not important, or as in my example, it's preceded by the word by. When we want to change an active sentence into a passive, as I already said, the object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence. The passive always needs to contain a form of the auxiliary verb to be and a past participle. Remember, the English language has regular and irregular verbs. So for the regular verbs, a past participle is made by adding ed to the base form of the verb, or we use its own unique form. So for instance, take, took, taken, that would be a past participle taken. Now the auxiliary verb takes the tense of the verb in the active sentence. So when we change an active sentence into a passive, we need to put the verb to be in the tense of the active sentence. The main verb in the active sentence is turned into a past participle. Now I don't hope that your head is spinning because it's really quite easy. I'll show you. So we're going to turn an active present simple into a passive present simple. She buys tomatoes. Now remember, we're going to swap she and tomatoes around. So we're going to start with tomatoes. A passive is made by the verb to be and the past participle. So we need to pick the correct form of the verb to be for tomatoes, which is are here. So tomatoes are bought by her. Remember, buy, bought, bought. Another example, the present continuous. An active present continuous is they are taking down the police station. Now for the passive form, we need to maintain that continuous form, and that is quite hard. So we need either to use am, are, is, and then the continuous form, being, and the past participle. Don't forget to put in being into a continuous passive when your active sentence was a present continuous. You have to maintain that. You can't swap tenses. The police station is being taken down. So please note that we've put the police station into the slot of the subject in the passive sentence. And it's not important by whom. So the police station is being taken down. So again, don't forget to put in being.
Here is given formation of passive voice in different tenses.